proud to use dōTERRA, that I have such a simple, natural solution to our health that I get to share with my friends and my families and strangers and people who I come across with this natural solution that's authentic and pure, and it's reliable and trustworthy, and there's so much work that's already been done for us that we don't have to do that extra work, and we are a matter of convenience day and age. So I'm really proud to use a product with such integrity, especially when that correlates with my personal code of ethics so much. So needless to say, doTERRA is just the right decision. And on every bottle of essential oil that you get nowadays, you don't really know much more than what's on the label, and sometimes that label is so deceiving. It doesn't have all the ingredients, or it doesn't have the safety factors of it. Can you use it internally or not? And frankly, lemon oil you should be able to use internally. So when you see a bottle of lemon oil and it says, do not use internally, keep out of reach of children, flammable, all of those are kind of like, whoa, hazards of there's something else in this that's not pure. And it's really as simple as that. So, the purity and the potency and, anything that you ever want to know is on this tiny little bottle, because it has all the ingredients. It makes it easy for you to know if you can use it internally or not by putting a supplement facts box on it. And if it doesn't have the box around the ingredients, then you can't use it internally, because, you don't want to use eucalyptus on your tongue. Like, there's just certain things you don't put inside of your body. Melaleuca is made for your skin. You don't want to drink tea tree oil. We get that. But things that you should be able to take internally, orange, lemon, like why, peppermint, come on. Things that you should be able to ingest. And then there's, the barcode, the little scanny boy. And that little scanny boy takes you back to where it's sourced from, because you want where you're getting your product from to be as potent as possible. So they even let you know the climate that was going on during the time that this bottle of oil was being distilled. Well, not personally this bottle, but the batch of the harvest. They even let you know, like who was part of harvesting it, and really get into all of that. So, needless to say, doTERRA has nothing to hide. Absolutely nothing to hide. Everything that you want to know is either online, been researched, you can scan it and find out more. You go onto their website, there's education on how to use it in so many different ways. Do it yourselves, recipes, things to cook with, bath salts, lip balms, popsicles, I don't know. There's just a lot. And since we're a convenience day and age, they're making everything easier to convert. Laundry, detergent, and toothpaste, and mouthwash, and mud masks, and facials, and vitamins, and supplements, and, all these things that we're consistently putting in our bodies, not realizing that our skin, our epidermis, our most vital living organism is absorbing all of this toxicity from our shampoos and our conditioners and, our Clorox wipes that, we're walking around on the floor after we've bleached it. We're absorbing that. And when we absorb that, our body chemical balance gets imbalanced, and we don't know how to have the right tools to properly balance that, because the flux of toxicity has been so raised. So when you're so confident in a product being as pure as it is, it's hard for you not to say yes. I'm baffled that, you really start to think about it and you're like, okay, I use Dove deodorant. Every Walmart always has Dove deodorant. How many Walmarts are there in Bluffton? 3. Okay, well, Bluffton, Hilton, Hardyville. 3, okay? 3 within like a 20-mile radius. How many do you think are all over the country? And they're never out of Dove deodorant. It really makes you think, what is in that deodorant that they can stretch it to such a large supply and never be out? What am I putting in my body? I'm clogging up my lymphatic system with this, you know? It's hard to process, it's hard to think. But then you don't know too much about what's behind that label. And then you're like, there's aluminum in it. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then everything else. And you're like, oh, wow, maybe I really should, consider why 13-year-olds have periods and 7-year-olds are growing boobs and, whatever the situation is. It's, these hormones that we're ingesting and taking in that topically we don't even realize we're absorbing this. And then it's just become part of our adaptation to chemical. And I don't think that as a human and as a natural living organism that we should be ingesting something that wasn't made for our body. So just kind of being more aware of the products that you use is 110% the reason why you should care about your health. Like, I never really did. I'm constantly putting poison in my body, whether it's alcohol or the shampoos and conditioners I use or the toothpaste and the cheap shit that I was using at first, because it's cheap. And then it makes it, difficult for you to want to be on that bandwagon of being healthy because why the fuck is lettuce so expensive? Or, why are fruits and vegetables so expensive? And then you're like, are they really organic? Blah, 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 blah. And so it kind of defers you from, putting in that time and that effort because we're a matter of convenience. Like, everything we do nowadays is so, like, what's our convenience factor? So, I don't know, doTERRA's just made it so much easier to have trust and know that it's pure and authentic with everything that they do because they have nothing to hide. And the more you do the research, the more you're kind of like, wow. Because there's so much science behind it, I can't even wrap my head around it. And I like science. And I can't say I've ever liked science until I did anatomy and physiology. But anyway, that's not the point. Science is totally cool, and there's you can't deny science. You can't deny, the chemical balances that are shown and the reactions and the results that you get. So just kind of just popping on here to be mindful about your essential oils that you use or the products that you use, just kind of to bring more awareness. Because you never know until you ask. And you truly are put in a position where McDonald's is so easy to go to, but yet you're not thinking about the long-term effect of that Big Mac for those 5 years is going to have some kind of effect not only on your gut issue, but your stomach's your second brain. So then you wonder why, your proprioceptors and everything else isn't, working properly, or that you're having issues in other places because everything's connected. And, you might do something that affects something completely different because of the way it's connected. So just to be mindful and to be aware. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I love my friends and my family, and, I think everyone deserves knowledge on a solution that's so simple and yet so natural and yet so pure. So yeah, I'm on the bandwagon. So if you want to know more, I have all kinds of stuff that I'd be more than happy to share and teach and communicate and really get in there and kind of personalize anything that you might have going on that you might need a little bit more in depth on, that, I might not have the answer, but I have so many tools and so many books that we can go through and we can figure this out together. And it could be something as simple as an emotional issue to a physical issue to, past trauma that you could still be holding in, But yeah, there's always an answer. There is a solution. So know that you're not alone, and it's overwhelming as can be, but good things happen when you start taking better care of yourself. So have a great day. Happy Friday.